Morning, all. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. 2022, 7:10 a.m. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We've had a first in our nation. For the first time, a Supreme Court brief has been leaked to the media. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Supreme Court has been usually always called forth on either hot button or controversial case trials in which constitutionality is in question. And up until the last couple of days, until an actual verdict is reached by the Supreme Court, pretty much the dealings with Supreme Court have been behind closed doors. And really, other than an occasional interview in which a Supreme Court justice may, express their particular views on the particular case, the dealings as a Supreme Court in the whole has always been behind closed doors. And the world is kept out until a verdict is reached, good, bad, or indifferent. So, what, pray tell, did the dumbass leak to the press? And I use dumbass very, very poignantly, guys. More than likely, this aide or whomever leaked all this information, this brief, needs to have their law degree taken from them, and they need to never work again except for maybe at H-E-B or a grocery store or Home Depot. So they leaked a confidential Supreme Court brief, not a verdict, but a brief stating that as of that brief, the Supreme Court would most likely overturn Roe v. Wade. Now, woo! World's burning down. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to tell you guys, wag the dog, wag the dog, wag the dog. Something very, very, very big, something very, very, very bad is about to happen. And I am I loaded another mag this last night. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is all a Twitter about Twitter. The world is all a Twitter about Ukraine. The world is all a Twitter about inflation. And now, unfortunately, guys, according to the Democrats, or whatever you want to call the powers that be that are behind our current government, America is not in flames yet. They want another 2020 riots in the street. They need another George Floyd kind of situation so they can get their way. They are totally scared that they're going to lose power later on this year. And literally, guys, they're not done with what they're trying to do. They need a lot more pain to get what they want. So, unfortunately, the pain is moving too slow. So, more than likely, they paid some Supreme Court justice, little lackey, possibly even an intern who's not making hardly any money as it is, to leak this information. I hope that that money is enough to get you by till you can find a job at Walmart. So, they need America burning. And what hotter topic is Roe v. Wade, guys? The Dems have been scared of the possible overturning of Roe v. Wade since the nomination of the last Supreme Court justice, or at least the one from Donald Trump. Keeping the Supreme Court predominantly right is very important. So, Biden's nominee, regardless, does not change the dynamic that is the Supreme Court. So, what's going to happen, guys? Well, because this particular ruling could cause some shit. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you, y'all need to listen to me. The Supreme Court was supposed to hear another case, and this happened in 2020 during the Floyd riots. Supreme Court was hearing a case, and they actually decided to not make a ruling on this particular case because they quote-unquote was afraid that there would be further rioting in the streets, which just because they kicked the ball down the field doesn't mean that the rioting stopped. The rioting kept going and going and going. The summer of 2020 was the year of burning down America. So what's going to happen, guys? One of my other blogs was talking about World War III and the possibility of it actually coming to America, our land, a land war in America. And he made an interesting observation, and it kind of resonated a little bit with me, that the big D's in power have been toying with getting the UN involved in getting rid of our Second Amendment right. And if a land war starts in America, either against a foreign power such as Russia or China or North Korea, or even more, a civil war on our soil, the UN can then issue in peacekeepers on our soil, the dreaded blue helmets. Now, this is bad juju, guys. Very bad juju. And, but I'm going to tell you guys, we as America make up 80+% of the UN military. So, because the UN would come in with our own military, guys. Our military under the command of a foreign entity, the United Nations. That is bad, bad, bad. That is how America attacks America. What would happen, guys, is America would get so unstable, we would send in our own guards, possibly. But why would we send in our own guards, National Guards, state guards, and stuff like that, when we could have a foreign body send our own state guards and National Guards in on ourselves? What that would do is keep our federal government, say, in the shadows, and they could blame the UN. Scapegoat, guys. In the name of America has to be stabilized. So, what does that look like? Now, I'm going to tell you guys, yeah, Texas is red right now, but Texas got some big old blue polka dots inside of it. And I don't think Texas would be spared the fallout of this thing, because specifically Texas has a trigger law in effect that if Roe v. Wade is overturned, within a few days, it would become illegal to perform abortions in Texas. Now, ultimately, guys, let me just tell you a little something here. Roe v. Wade is not a law. Roe v. Wade is a statute. It is a recognized constitutional statute, meaning that the Constitution does not say this is illegal. It's not a law. The states can make it law. Per the Constitution, if it's not otherwise in the federal government law, it is dictated to the states to actually make it law or not law. Which is why the Supreme Court has not ruled on Texas's heartbeat law. It's because they know it's not illegal. It's a state's right to produce its own laws unless otherwise completely, dictated by the Constitution or legislation. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this smells very fishy. And if it looks like a fish, it smells like a fish, it tastes like a fish, guys, it's probably a fish. We need to watch. All the radar needs to be up. Because right now, there is bad juju happening. Let's go, Brandon.